Do you want to deliver your awesome PDF or freebie offer without double opt-ins? And by that, I mean you have to send them an email. They got to confirm the email, and then it comes back, and then you deliver your thing. Sometimes that just never works out. The person never gets the email. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you a better way to deliver your freebie or PDF options, as well as how to update that in Kajabi. Now, you don't have to have Kajabi, but that's just what I'm using for this demo purposes. Hi, I'm Terry from terryoflee.com. And if you're watching this on my social media channels, let's say YouTube, make sure you click the ring the bell, as they say, for notifications, or check to make sure you don't miss out on any other videos. So let's get started. So as I said, the typical process for delivering, let's say, a PDF or freebie is you have like this awesome little thing, or you have this awesome opt-in, as they call it, and you put in your name and email address, and then you can deliver it. In fact, let me show you exactly how Kajabi does it. Now, this is the default, what we call funnel or pipeline. There's an opt-in up here where we would, or your visitor, your site visitor, would enter their name and email address. Just taking a moment here. And this is just on my test side, so there isn't much in here, but it's just some test information or layout. So name and email address, and then they get delivered. And so this may send them like, hey, thanks for asking, in this email over here. But then it sends them to the thank you page. Now, what ends up happening is, let's say somebody gives you a bogus email. Now, while there are services that you can pay for that will verify email addresses, most people don't have the budget or bandwidth, technically, to set all that up. So we want to minimize our risk, but ensure our site visitor gets what we promised. So instead of having this download now, and I've already done this ahead of time, is this would download a file, and I put in a roadmap in here for demo purposes, my Kajabi roadmap that shows you from beginning to end how to kind of get going. And that's all great and dandy, but let's jump over to how that works. So there would be a form. In fact, let me refresh this because I did it after I created my pipeline afterwards. But so let's say here's my freebie form. And again, I say the principles and the process works regardless of whether you're using ClickFunnels, Kajabi, or some other opt-in type of program. And so there's an option here to click double opt-ins. And that's where the person who registers says, oh yeah, I confirm you have the right to send me emails. And then once they confirm, then your email, or then they get the thank you page at the end. The problem with that is a lot of times people don't get the email, or it goes to their junk folder and all this other stuff. But you want to ensure, to the best of your ability, that the email is valid. So what I recommend to all my clients is that we don't have this option here to download now. We would have something in here that basically says like, thank you, check your email, and I would remove this download button. But I also don't have this double opt-in. And so if they have given me a valid email, then what I end up doing is delivering my PDF or freebie via my email. So let's go over here. So I've already taken the liberty of getting one set up, but I'm going to walk you through it. Don't worry. So here's, hi, the person's name. Here's your awesome PDF. Click here to download. And I personally like putting both a link and a button. Sometimes, the email may be a little long or what have you, but some people like links, some people like buttons, so I give them both, and that way it just all works out. We're going to go over here on the left, and this is where you're actually creating the information. And I'm going to walk you through how I created this. We're going to solve two problems with one. So let's say I needed to update my PDF. So maybe there was a change, there was an update to it, and I wanted to have a new version. How would I do that? And so this demo part is going to solve both of those. So here is my link. If I highlight in here, this is my link option, and if I click it, I will see where it, the whole path or the URL for it, and then the text that gets displayed. So if I wanted to update this, so I'm cheating, I'm going to highlight this because I want it to remain consistent and stay the same. And I would go down and I'm going to upload a file. That's what this paperclip means. So that could be a PDF, it could be an image, it could be whatever. It's a file. And so I would upload or put, and then I'm going to pick the same file, which was my roadmap image for getting everything set up in Kajabi before going live. And see, by default, it puts this download now. I think it's so boring. So I would put something in here, and I jazz it up, anything you want, but I make it big and bold so that it's not missed. And I typically will put in, say, roadmap download. And this is just as much for your purposes as for the person. So sometimes people have in their emails, they don't show any images or all of that. Well, this title helps them to know what this is, and it helps you when you're looking on the back end, which is a whole other issue with the back end of your system, of saying, hey, how many people got the roadmap download? And you'll look and you'll see your stats. But that's outside of this lesson. So imagine that this was the updated version of my freebie. Well, then I've done that, and then I'm just going to delete the old one, and then I would come back in here, and now I would click my link, because now it's going to give it a different name. So Kajabi makes all these extra letters and things in here part of the name. So every time you put or upload a new version, it's like giving it a whole nother name, and so you have the latest version, so to speak. And so we're going to click OK, and now I'm going to upload my button. So there's nothing for me to upload here. Actually, I take that back. So in my button, I have two options. I've done download file, but I could say go to URL and paste in that URL that I just had. I prefer to do the download file, and then I would pick the file again, and then I would upload it. And it does its magic, and we now have updated our email if there's a new version, as well as if this is the very first time we're doing it, we now have made this so that by delivering it to only valid emails, because we've removed you put in a bogus email address in my opt-in form, and I've sent you to a download page without really verifying you, and maybe I don't want to spend any extra money. Now, this isn't 100%. Somebody still may have trouble, but for the most part, if they have put in a valid email address, this will get delivered, and now you can send follow-up emails through your email provider, whether that's Kajabi, ActiveCampaign, Drip, ConvertKit, what have you, whatever you're using, the process is still the same. So I hope you have found this helpful. If you need some additional tips, especially if you're on my YouTube or other social media channels, hit the link below to get a 30-minute consultation with me, and have a wonderful night.